Good evening, good evening, good evening. Y'all come on in. Y'all come on in. Welcome. It is December 6th, 2021. It's so good to see each and every one of you this evening. Y'all know who it is. It's your boy Charles. And as y'all see on the title, it is my mother's birthday. It's my mother's birthday. She was here with us. She would have been 70 on today. She would have been at least 70 years old. 70, bro. But it's her second heavenly birthday. So we honor her on today. I am her youngest of her three. I am the baby of the three. I am the baby. But it is a special night. We're going to start with a series, it's a new series that we're starting on tonight. It's a new series that we're starting tonight on my mama's birthday, the 70th birthday, the second heavenly birthday. Shout out to my two sisters, Val and Tioni. Shout out to them. I have seen their posts so that I'm thinking about y'all. This one is for y'all too, because y'all heard this too. But we are going to prepare ourselves here. But it is, like I said, it is my mom's birthday on today. She would have been 70 years old if she would be with us, but she is always with us in spirit. So we're going to do what we're supposed to do, and that's honor her and celebrate her and all of those things. But I do have a couple of announcements, two quick announcements before we do get started. Um, my advisor from Livingstone College, his name is Anthony Brown. He is a member of my fraternity. He is my big brother. Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. He is running for a certain position on our national board here, and he's running for the Southeastern Regional Director. He is running for the Southeastern Regional Director, Mr. Anthony Brown. He is the advisor at Livingstone College. He was my advisor as I served as the executive vice president for the student government last year. And he still serves as the advisor at Livingstone College. So please, all my Phi Beta Sigma fraternity brothers, please make sure y'all go check out the flyers. We will be posting every day. Please go check it out. Please go follow him. Please go check him out. Please make sure you support him, Mr. Anthony Brown. And then my second announcement is I've actually been honored to be an ambassador with his aunt, Miss Rail Brown. She has done a couple workshops at Livingstone, and I've been able to work with her. And she is doing a 2022 vision party. Yes, a vision party. She is going to open up for families, for college students, for young adults, for older people, for younger people. If you have a vision and you need help planning it out, please go see the flyer. I will be posting that flyer as well. She has a wonderful video out. I will be sharing it. So please go support those people. Let's make sure we support people that's doing something that's bettering our community and bettering the people around us. So let's please support those people. So tonight on my mama's birthday, hey Val and Tioni, I have seen y'all post. Understand I'm thinking about you, but I want y'all to know this one is for y'all because y'all used to remember mama used to say this all the time when I was a young boy. And even probably when they were younger, we would hear. Now we usually heard this when we got in trouble. Now we usually heard this when we got in trouble or when there was an argument or whenever we did something. We usually heard this particular saying, shoulda, coulda, woulda. I would be like, okay, mama, whatever. Oh, first off, okay, mama and daddy. What is this shoulda, coulda, woulda? Of course, it was these old sayings. But these old sayings had true meanings to them. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. I as a young man and as a young boy, say, here we go with this country old teaching. I don't want to hear this, Mama. I don't want to hear this thing. But here's the true reality of this. This is a very, very true statement. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Because we don't want to be the shoulda, coulda, woulda people. That's how my mama would say it. You do not want to be the shoulda, coulda, woulda person. Don't want to be that person. But this quote here has a negative and a positive light to it. I don't know if they realized it. Like I realized it now that this quote shoulda, coulda, woulda had a very positive, negative light to it. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Now, for most of my older parents that's over 50, you probably say this to your kids and grandkids. If you over 50, you say this to your kids and grandkids. If you from the South, you definitely say this to your kids and grandkids. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. And I be looking like, what are you talking about? What does that mean? But it means much when we think about the significance of it. So the should, the shoulda, the shoulda, the shoulda, should, and that's how it shoulda. First off, that's not good English. Bad grammar. It's just bad grammar. Shoulda. But it's good teaching when we think about what they was trying to explain to me. But what does should mean? What does it mean? See, the one thing my mother used to tell me, we used to sit around at this dining room table where we would do homework. When we came home after school, we would have to do homework. My nieces remember this. We would have to sit at this dining room table and we would have to do homework. Now, I remember when I was in school, they would give us 10 words that we would have to learn before Friday because we had a spelling test. Now, we had to do the definition, we had sentences, we had to write 5 times each. And before Friday, we had to know these 10 words and how to spell them. And this was one of the words, I remember this word. And my mom said, look at the definition, understand what it means. Now, when we was in kindergarten, they gave us the kids' definition of it, so we could write it in sentences and things like that, where it should be and everything. But then I looked it up after and I said, what does should mean? And should means simply this. It is used to indicate obligation, duty, or correction, typically when criticism. It is used to indicate obligation, duty, or correction, typically used in criticism or criticizing someone's actions. Either using criticism or criticizing someone's actions. Here's 2 things. We will criticize people and we will criticize their actions. We all do it. But this quote has so deep of a meaning to it when we look at it. Used to indicate obligation, duty, or correction. Typically, when criticizing someone's actions. So there's three key points, and I gotta get up out of here because I got play rehearsal to get to because I am helping with the media team at my church, so I do gotta get to play rehearsal. Shout out to all of them. Please get there safely. But on my mama's birthday, I definitely gotta do this one here. I should do it because I can do it. I should do it because I can do it. So here's the 3 key points. Your obligation, your duty, in your correction, your obligation, your duty, and your correction. Your obligation, your duty, and your correction. Yeah, we're going to break down each word and what it means in this particular definition of should. I should do it because I can do it. Now, your obligation. Your obligation is your first point on your obligation. Your obligation should make you want to do it because, just because, your obligation should make, whatever your obligation is, should make you want to do it. It's that simple. Whether it's school, whether it's being a professor, whether it's being a doctor, a lawyer, a police officer, whatever your obligation is, you should do it, but you should also do it to the best of your ability. That's your obligation. Remember, my mom used to always tell me, boy, you need to do it and do it to the best of your ability, whatever that is. Your obligation. Your obligation should make you want to do it. If you want to go to school, do it. If you want to be the best professor, well, guess what? You got a lot of work to do, but you can do it. If you want to be the best police officer, you can do it. Police officers, I need you to understand your obligation is to not be crooked. Your obligation is to serve the people. And people, your obligation is to not be crooked towards them. Your obligation is to serve the community. Uh-oh. I got to step on your toes tonight. Let me say that again. Y'all gonna be police officers. Your obligation is to not be crooked. Your obligation is to serve the people. But people, your obligation is to not be crooked to the police. And your obligation is really to serve your own community. And if we do both of those, we wouldn't have no problems. But your obligation should make you want to do it. Whatever you're obligated to do. Here's the one thing I love about an obligation. It's usually given to you. It's usually your assignment. It's usually yours. So do it. We try to pass stuff to other people. No, if it's given to you, do it. Your obligation should make you want to do it. Never understood why my mama gave me all these obligations. You're obligated to go to school. If you live at my house, you're obligated to go to church. But mama, can I just keep it real? Maybe I don't want to go to church this Sunday. Hello. I never, ever said that to her. Let me just be real and very clear. I never opened my mouth. But if I was to just keep it real with y'all tonight, hey, you can go to church. I don't want to go. But your obligation should make you do it. Her obligation was to raise me up the right way. My father's obligation was to raise me up in the right, whatever that looked like. And sometimes it didn't look like the way I thought it should look like. Wherever you show out, that way you got worked out. I didn't like those type of folks because that really happened. But your obligation, whatever your obligation is, it should make you want to do it. This one is tough. Because it's you. If you set a goal, if you set an obligation, you should do it. You should do it, whatever it is. Whatever it is. Your obligation should make you want to do it. Now, going back to this dining room table. So as we would sit here at this dining room table and do these 10-7 words. As I would learn words and read books, and my mom would take us to the library and check out books and do all of these things, and I'm thinking, wow, is education so significant to her?
understood, first off, as a parent, it's my obligation to educate you before you even go to a classroom. Hello, parents. Before they get to a classroom, you should be educating them. The teacher should not be the only one educating them. I'm just going to shout out to all my teachers and help all my teachers. No, it's not your obligation just to be teaching children. It is a parent, it is a village job to also be teaching children. So we would get books and read them and do research and all these things. Like I'm thinking, Mama, for what? Why are we doing all this? This has no significance. But the fool that I was, because it had all the significance when it came to her obligation of being a parent to me. It was not to be my friend. It was to make sure that I get to point A to point B to point C. So what's your obligation? If you want the business, what are you doing? If you want the education, what are you doing? If you want to be the manager, the CEO, the doctor, the nurse practitioner, whatever it is, what's your obligation? What are your steps? It's in you. You got to do something. You play a role in your own success. So here's your second point. Your duty. Your duty. See, going back to this dining room table, because this whole point right here, this whole first part of this series is happening right here at this dining room table. My mama would then talk about duty, understanding your duty. Now, understand my mama did serve in the military, so duty was really big to her. Understanding your duty was really significant to her. But if you understand duty is so significant to you, your duty is so significant. Your duty should make you want to do everything you want to do and everything you should do. Whatever your duty is. If your duty is being a teacher, teachers, y'all have it hard. I feel for y'all. Because your whole duty is to make sure every child gets what's happening in the classroom. But here's the true reality. Not everybody's going to get it. Everybody is not. They're not going to get it. That's the true reality. Parents, you want every child to go to college, have a wonderful education, not get in trouble. But here's the true reality. Everybody falls short. Everybody make a mistake. But your duty is you should make sure you do everything you can to make sure that person, whoever you are, gets to point A to point B. So my mom would understand that her duty was not to always be my friend and smile with me. Sometimes her duty was to jack me up and tell me that I was wrong. Your duty should make you want to do that. Your duty should make you want to do whatever you should do. When she served in the military, I never really got to ask her questions about it. Because she flat out told me about it. It was never a dull moment in my house. She told me about her duty and the sacrifices that she made to my two sisters. You know, I got to see my mom every day. They didn't get to see her day in and day out. She had a duty. She had an assignment. Your duty and your assignment is so important. That's the one thing she would tell us. Whatever your duty is, whatever your assignment is, understand it is important for that moment, for that time, because it's going to get you from here to here. You can't be a freshman without being an eighth grader. You can't be an eighth grader without being a seventh grader. Somewhere, down the line, you had to have a duty and you should understand your duty. Your duty is important. Now here's the other piece of that definition, Christian. What about the criticism of someone's actions? If you criticize your own obligation and your duty, you ain't got to worry about nobody else criticizing you sometimes. Because you criticize yourself. The best person to look in the mirror at somebody is you. Because you are a reflection of you. You are a reflection of you. But it's also good to have those people on your team to make sure they give you constructive criticism. See, I didn't always like the way my mama explained stuff to me at this table here. It was not always acute and sensitive and flowing conversation. But her obligation, her duty was not always to be cute and loving and caring sometimes. Sometimes it was to give tough love. And sometimes she didn't care. Let's just be real. Sometimes you get to a point where you just stop caring. Because you do all that you are supposed to do. Because at some point, I'm just going to keep it real with y'all. My mama looked at me and said, boy, if you get in trouble now. Because I was out there. I was wild. Because she said, hey, I've done my obligation. I've done my duty. But this third point, this is the tough one here. This one is your correction. Your correction should make you want to do. Because this is the point that she was trying to get me to understand here. As much as I explained to you, boy, at this dining room table, it is your obligation, it is your duty to understand. You yourself have to look in the mirror and say, am I going to be right or am I going to be wrong? This is the one I didn't like. Matter of fact, this is the one most people don't like. To all my parents that's doing everything that they can to make sure their child is doing everything they can that is correct, I salute you. Because this one is a tough one for most of us. Your correctness should make you want to do. This one I didn't like. Because what my mama was explaining to me at this dinner table is, boy, when you're wrong, you say you're wrong. You admit it. Correct people say to themselves when they're wrong. Correct people let other people know when they're wrong. They apologize and mean it. That's the thing about this third piece. Because when you're wrong, you don't want nobody criticizing you. And I was wrong a lot of times. I'm just going to keep it real. But it was beautiful that my mama had an obligation and a duty to understand that even though sometimes, boy, at some point you're going to have to care. And she wasn't saying, let me explain this. She wasn't saying that she didn't care as she was just throwing in the towel. No. See, y'all gonna twist that up. No. What she was saying is, at some point in your life, you're going to have to look in the mirror and say, am I going to care about me? And am I going to do the right thing? Because at some point, parents, you're going to have to look in the mirror and say, you are going to have to care about you, and you're going to have to do the right thing. your corrections should make you want to do it. Your corrections should make you want to do it. When you're wrong, just admit it. Just admit it. This was a tough one here. This one was tough for me. Because I had to look in the mirror and say, hey, I was wrong in a lot of places. But some of us are wrong too. See, your obligation and your duty is to not be racist, but some of us are racist. Uh-oh. You see, your correction should be to fit your racist tendencies, but we don't. Students, your obligation and your duty and your correction should make you want to be a great student. You paying all this money to go to college. Why are you flunking out of school? Why? Parents, your obligation, your duty. No, you're not perfect. But understand, you should come with the correctness of raising your child up the right way. And I don't mean you're going to be perfect. I mean, you're going to be perfect. My mama and my daddy was not perfect at all. And I loved them to death. But they taught me things that were so significant. You should want to do the right thing. You shouldn't be racist, but we are. You shouldn't be a bigot, but we are. I'm talking we are, everybody. I don't care what color you are. You can be racist if you're black, white, green, yellow. You can be a bigot, black, white, green, yellow. You can be educated, black, white. You can be anything. But are you correct? That's the real question. But if you're not correct, just admit it. Hey, I'm wrong. It's okay to say that you're wrong at this table here. As I got older, understand throughout this life at this dining room table, it was a span of as I got older, we was having these conversations. And as I got older, and as I started to realize what she was trying to explain to me, what my dad was trying to explain to me, I said, we ain't perfect. We ain't always get it right. But we had an obligation. We had a duty. We had an assignment. We had to come correct at this table. I remember me and my mom having a conversation. It was one of the last few conversations. And me and her had. And it was a real conversation to this point. Stood so true. And she said, son, you know, I didn't do everything right. I was not always perfect. Matter of fact, you was right about some things, and I thought about it as you got those, and I'm like, oh, wow, okay, cool. But she said, what you have to understand is, my obligation and my duty was not always to be correct. Sometimes my obligation and my duty sometimes is to make sure I do the right thing, even when it's not correct. Why is that so important, Charles? Because some things that's popular ain't always what's right. Some things that look cool ain't all cool. And that's what my mama was explaining to me at this point here. That everything, it may not have looked correct on the scope, but it was right. She kept me in the house house from the party because she knew that party was going to get shot up. Hello, I'm just going to keep it real with you. She kept me from going to college when I was 18 because she knew I wasn't ready and she knew I was going to flunk out. Now I got a 4.0 GPA. Look at your boy. Holla at your boy. And she knew that she may not have been correct on some things, but she was right on things. Parents, understand. I want you to understand. Don't think what you do is wrong all the time. Because what you may be doing is blocking some stuff from your children. Students, you may look at your professor and think they have lost their mind when they're giving you assignments the way that they are giving it to you. But they are blocking you. It may not always look correct, but it is right. That's a significant point. And my mother tried to teach me, her 70th birthday, she was here. She would say, boy, I ain't got to be correct. Just got to make sure I'm right. And what's always was looking popular, what's looking cool, what's looking like it's hype, what's looking like it's the thing, and always was right. This was a difficult point, but it was the most hardest gems she could have dropped on. Because you should do your obligation. Whatever your obligation is, whatever you got on your plate, go watch what's on your plate. Whatever your obligation is. If it's school, if it's a job, if it's trying to set some goals and some visions, make sure you go check out Miss Morel Brown. Make sure you go check out her stuff and get you a vision plan. Make sure you go work with her. Whatever your obligation is, whatever your duty is, if your duty is teaching students in the classroom, make sure they get everything that they need to be successful. Don't cheat no student. If it's being a police officer, don't be a crooked police officer. Be doing it the right way. If it's being in the community, make sure you serve your community. If it's being a lawyer or a church leader, wherever it is, make sure whatever your duty is, you do it the right way. And it may always not look like the scope of what's popular, but it's going to be right. And make sure if you're wrong, make sure you can admit it. Come with your correction. Because you can do it. Because you can do it. You can do all three of these things. And then, when people criticize you, you can go look in the mirror and say, is this constructive criticism? Are folks being are folks criticizing me just to be criticized? You got to look at both points. You got to look at both points. So that's the true reality. I should do it because I can't do it. I should do it because I can't do it. Again, happy birthday to my mother. Hey, happy birthday. Hey, happy birthday to my mom. Happy second heavenly birthday to my mom, to my sisters, to my nieces. I love y'all. I'm thinking about y'all. But I had to come celebrate in the way that I like to celebrate. If you want live stream, y'all know how y'all boys do. We like to run live streams. Understand, hey, I want y'all to also know the podcast will be coming back in 2022. We have some wonderful guests coming on to the podcast. So yes, we do have some people coming back who will be dropping beneath the surface. It will be coming back on your viewing pleasure. For your viewing pleasure. And yes, we're going to try to also in 2022 remember Phi Beta Sigma fraternity family. Anthony Brown, he is running for Southeastern Regional. Please make sure y'all remember that. All my Phi Beta Sigma fraternity brothers, all my Zetas, please go out and support Mr. Anthony Brown. I will be posting the flyer. I will be posting every day his flyers. So please make sure y'all go out and support him. Go out and support me. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go subscribe to my LinkedIn. Go subscribe to my Twitter. Go subscribe to everything that I have going on. You don't want to miss what's happening. We also got some wonderful stuff coming next summer. We have the Vibes Conference coming next summer. Yes, we have the College Conference coming. And hopefully we will be doing it at an exact location. So please stay with us. Be with us until we meet again. Happy birthday, Mama. We salute you. We honor you on today. I'll see y'all next week. And also, before I get off of here, next week's topic is the good inside of me. So next Monday night, we will be doing part 2 of this series. Next Monday night, we will be doing part 2 of this series, the good inside of me. So yes, please be with us on that next Monday night. We will be doing that. But till we meet again, happy birthday, Mama. Happy 70th birthday. Happy second heavenly birthday. Till we meet again, I'll holler at you. It's your boy. We'll see you. Peace out. See you soon. Have a blessed week. Holla.